When you don't press the go live button on YouTube. Whatever.
Ghost Rider, Dragon 4, do you have on the C-tab the two timestamps 1230 and 1233?
Yes sir, I do. Over.
Copy that. 1233 is a static HMG position in a bunch of compounds. In the compounds just groups just south of that, there is another static HMG. I need you to line up a rocket run to hit both sets of compounds.
Copy. Are they facing south? Over.
The road is running south from northwest to from northeast to southwest.
Negative. I'm asking if the MG positions are facing south. Over.
Yes.
Copy that. I'm going to head to the northeast and engage them from that angle. Over.
Say again?
I'm going to the northeast of that enemy position and engaging from that angle. Over.
Roger, clear to engage. Roger, that's roughly a kilometer west of the targets I'm engaging now. We'll focus on that in a moment. Ghost Rider, abort, you have just overflown the target.
Yeah, copy. That thing can turn around. Am I clear for a second run? Over?
Yes, cleared for re-attack.
Alright, here we go.
Reaper, Dragon 4, do you still have the location of the SAM launchers? Yes, sir. Use your Mark 82s to finish them off. Ghost Rider, good hit on the first group, good hit on the first group. Shift to the second one, it looks like the MG's gone.
Yeah, I'm taking SAMs or something, eh? Over.
No, you are hitting HMGs, Reaper is focusing on the SAMs.
Negative. I'm taking anti-aircraft missile fire. Over.
No, the SAMs are not active at this time, but we just want to get them dead.
I'm being engaged by man-pads, Sherman.
Ah, roger. Do you have any idea where they're launching from?
Up my arse somewhere. Over.
Particularly helpful. It's where that static launchers were.
Yeah, copy that. It's coming from the north. It's the second missile that's been fired at me. Over.
Roger, I have no eyes on the launchers themselves. Reaper, expedite knocking out the missile launchers and then start searching for a man-pad team. Affirm. Ghost Rider, Dragon 4 is searching for your man-pad.
Copy that, over. Where are you? Four, this is Ghost. Can you help me allocate, find the second MG, over?
Roger, can you pick up lasers?
Affirm.
Lasing. To your right.
I took out the northernmost one. I'm struggling finding the one to the south of that, over.
Negative, you hit the south one, I'm lasing the north one. Should be on your nose. See at the end of the S-bend? Now directly off your left.
Copy that, I'll check now. Hit my engine, over.
Again?
Taking damage, over.
Roger, are you still capable of... are you still combat effective?
Yeah, I can fly, over.
Roger. Lasing again. Perfect. Ghost Rider, Dragon 4, both MGs appear to be disabled. Well done.
Copy that, I'm still taking MG fire from somewhere else, over.
Roger, I saw traces but I can't identify. Reaper, sit rep, over. Reaper, sit rep, over. Ghost Rider, I think we've lost Reaper, over.
Copy that, I don't have him on my scope either, over. Shall I conduct search and rescue, over?
No, we have no indication of an ejection.
Do we know what his last known position was, over?
No, not at this time.
Dragon 4, this is 1 times pilot and base.
Roger, Reaper, I suspected as much.
Ghost Rider does need a reef arm.
Dragon Force, Ghost Rider, over.
And
Ghost Rider is RTB for rearm and repairs, and picking up a co-pilot, over.
Roger that, we will remain on station. Additional, we are very low on fuel for the UAV at this time. We may have to shut it down.
Copy that. Do you want me to help you with something regarding that? Over.
Negative. It's more that I want you to have an eye in the sky for you.
It's fine. My co-pilot will be my eye in the sky. Over.
Roger. If you have the flare pod on board the DAP, you can use your co-pilot to find the man pad, and there's also statics.
Exactly. Thank you. Out. Oh, that was lucky. Oh, that was so lucky. What am I doing? Oof, okay. We're alive.
Wow, that was some land.
Yeah,
Very scary.
yeah, I don't know how I'm alive, to be quite honest with you, but I'm giving the fact that I've got the best suspension in the world all the credit. That's what I'm saying. Which one of these are the repair one?
I was trying to drop a Mark 82, but I suspect one of those man pads or
You
some
didn't
vehicle
fly
that we
into your
didn't
own
know
bomb,
was-
did you?
Eh?
You didn't fly into your own bomb.
No, I released it quite a long time before it hit me.
Oh, okay. Would you grab the ammunition one?
Say again?
Grab the ammunition truck.
Reaper, Dragon 4.
Reaper's not available anymore. There's only Ghost Rider. Over.
Yes, I know. I need to ask him how we lost the A-10.
You got shot down, as far as I understand. Over.
Understood.
I was executing a bombing run, and on the pullout, I got killed by something.
Yeah, Reaper, sorry, that's metagaming. We didn't want to know how you got killed. Just got killed.
You cheeky motherfucker.
This is Ghost, over.
Send.
How do I repair my truck with the truck, over?
Sorry, you mean to repair the helicopter with the truck?
Yes, sorry. I don't English well tonight.
That's actually a good question. I'm assuming you park it up beside the helicopter and try Ace Interact on either the vehicle or the helicopter, not sure which.
Yeah. Work.
Yeah, I did that part, over.
And there isn't a way with a scroll menu in the driver's seat of the repair vehicle to do that. Yeah, I think that would be the vanilla way of doing that. Give that a shot.
Yeah, nothing, over.
Roger, that's a bit of a problem. Can you look... Do you know which section is damaged?
Yeah, it's the engine, over.
Do you get any sort of specific pop-up on if you look at the engine specifically?
I've tried doing that as well, I'm not getting anything, over.
Alright, understood. I'm not sure how the repair system works or whether that's even possible without an engineer at this time.
Right, so emergency landing procedure on my knee pad at all times, eh?
Roger, I'll let you know what your next instruction will be.
The aircraft is still serviceable, so we can still fly over.
Yeah, roger that. Our sit rep on the ground here is our AI allies are, well, AI and or dead. And we still have to take the village positions as well as the position on the hill.
Take forever to reload.
Yes,
You don't have
welcome.
another dap, yeah, hi?
No. I'll take flares, but yeah.
Reloads bloody 2 rockets at a time.
You know, there was like one mission where I spent every rocket.
Sorry, I can't hear you, you're very soft.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes?
I said there was one mission where I spent all the
Is
ammunition.
your voice volume down?
Oh yes, it is by accident. Sorry. I said there was one mission where I spent all the ammunition, and spent a nice 10 minutes reloading everything.
What sucked with the 810 is I could see enemies in the optics, but I couldn't get it to, once I was back in the cockpit, I couldn't find out where the hell the camera was looking.
Right. So you can. There's a way that you can. There's a button combination that you press. Don't ask me what it is, and it will actually lock the camera to that target.
Yeah, I've got that, but I couldn't.
Then you
Figure
put
out
on,
in
and
the
then you put on the laser, and then you just look on your laser tab.
There was too many freaking lasers. Lasers all over the place, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Should have lased it from us.
Rearmed. I was shot at twice by.
Yeah, I saw that yellow ring. The man
Oh, yeah.
and then there was something up north.
It shot at me.
Something on the west, northwest.
Yes, yes.
It also looked like it was firing at me, and that's what I went after. So I dropped the bomb on there. As I pulled up, it just exploded.
Oh, maybe it shot at an angle that your sensors couldn't pick up the launch, and
Yeah.
it just killed you.
I think it was a T-55
A T-55
tank.
that shot at you.
Yeah. Check the video.
All right. Well,
Or something. I was bombing a T-55 and something
So-
else got me. Maybe the man pad behind me.
yeah, it's possible.
Now you have to be more careful with those rockets.
What do you mean? Oh, did you load it full?
No,
You did.
so you have to be more careful with the. Oh, is it full now?
Yeah, it's full. Release this, yeah. Okay, maybe we should just.
Is there no toolkit in these things?
What do you mean toolkit?
Hey, watch! Look at that. Got one.
This guy over here.
There's a toolkit in here, so that should allow me to.
Military Logistics Simulator 2019.
There was a toolkit inside the other helicopter, and I repaired the engine.
Probably only to yellow or orange, right?
Yeah, but it's something.
Yeah, get in. Get in the co-pilot seat.
Okay, go pilot seat taken.
Alright, cool. Don't you wanna check if you can
Oh, you want to refuel? Or not, don't worry about fuel.
I'm not worried about fuel. I wanna know if you want
I've got
to
optics, yeah.
can you get the optics, alright, cool. So that is what I'm curious about. Okay.
Good. Gonna be fun now. It was so cool in Reaper. I saw you flying over the area, but nice and low.
Yeah, no, I was trying to because otherwise the machine guns and the anti-aircraft missiles and everything gonna hunt me, you know. Just
You drop the toolkit in here, the aircraft. If
okay.
I die, you can fix it. If you land somewhere, you can repair it. You have the toolkit.
I think you're giving me more credit than I'm due, eh? If you actually get killed in the cockpit and I'm still alive at some point and this thing needs to crash land, it's gonna be a hectic situation. Dragon Force is Ghost Rider, over.
Send.
Ghost Rider is taken off and is heading back to the air, over.
Roger, we've pushed away from
which radar am I?
the Bushlock FOB.
Talking to him.
We're now sitting about 300 meters northwest of that position.
I don't have my radio anymore.
Sitrep, we have friendly forces advancing through the pre-designated waypoints with the intent of capturing the objective on foot.
Copy that. What happened to their vehicles, over?
One of them is functional, the other one has been disabled by what appears to be several bullet holes.
Copy that. You can use the try to see if you can use one of the radios on the rack.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so you just use that one and sign into channel 4.
Are you using one?
I'm using one of the rack radios, yes. That's on channel 1, just so I can sort of understand what's going on the ground as well.
I've got a PRC 152 on channel 4.
Yeah, that's
And
that's what I'm using. I'm using the rack for the ground communication. If they start calling out stuff that's going on there. If my JTech gets shut down or gets killed. Where are we? Oh, we are far away.
it's 19. I want to get to friendlies. 303. Where are you aiming for?
I want to figure out where I am first. That's
You are
the LZ position.
far east from LZ safe.
Yeah. I want to head there and then from there.
Okay,
4, this is Ghost. We are inbound at the LZ safe area. Do you have any tasking for us over?
At this time, we are in our new position. We're being engaged by sporadic rifle grenade fire. We do not have any targets. Cancel that. That was an accidental discharge. We are safe at this time. Trying to identify targets.
Copy that. Does Ghost have permission to be in the AO and do surveillance over?
Yeah, but try and find that man pad first.
Copy all. Out. Right, we are the eyes in the sky.
but laser off to my left 2 times, but that
Yeah.
seems to be friendlies.
Yeah, don't worry about the lasers. Just focus on scanning and finding targets for us.
Yeah, there's quite a few ahead of us. Stand by.
Oi,
The laser marker.
shit. I was flying backwards too fast and helicopter decided to turn on me. I'm gonna turn this baby around now. Right, should be able to.
Okay, so on our left wing, you should say, no, well, not a wing.
On our left hand side, yes. What do you see?
Turn left more. Just, but don't move the old place. Okay. So, shit, no, I can't. So, off to our, what is that? 300, you should see a couple of compounds.
Yeah.
Just on the other side of the road. Okay.
Yes.
There are some enemies on the rooftops there
Okay.
of the rightmost buildings.
The ones on the bend going to the
Yes.
east. Alright, mark them
And we
on.
also have got
Mark them
two
on
guys
C.
right below us,
Mark them on C
the
tab,
rooftop.
and then you can communicate that with 4, and then you can tell us if there's friendlies close by or whatever.
Okay.
And I'll focus on flying the plane. And then if he says we need to engage, then you can guide me on the targets. 4, this is Ghost Shot over.
Send.
Ghost Riders overhead the AO. We've been spotting some enemy targets. My co-pilot is going to mark them on C-tab and coordinate with you which targets we can engage. Over.
Copy that.
Just move me.
Please continuing forward
where's
with
that
me
from
and
our position
actual
now?
engaging.
I showed you before.
Excuse me?
Got flashes off to our right. Right front.
That's mortar fire. That is in the vicinity of where Dragon is right now. Dragon 4, confirm that you guys are taking mortar fire, over.
Yeah, we've just identified a spotter team. They are about to meet Allah.
Try to see if you can find that mortar team for us somewhere at the hilltop.
Which hilltop?
It's to our bearing 045 at the moment. 050.
Roger.
This is Ghost. We're gonna try and scan on top of that hilltop and see if we can
Yeah,
see
there's
any
a whole number
mortars
of
between.
targets to the right. The hilltops are crawling with still bases around those SAM sites.
Alright, focus on finding the mortar team for us,
Roger.
because that's hampering our advance at the moment.
Moving just a bit too fast.
Only moving 170k as well.
Oh, that
Remember you
sounds
can-
right.
remember you-
Wait.
Yes?
Yeah, I think I see him. But he's not on the top of the hill.
Yes.
Check. 1.6 k's from us. What's this heading? Only guy I saw crouching. Some targets off to our right in the hills. Singular. There's one guy in a blown up house. Big. Oh yeah, well,
Press
it's
enter
a
to
see him.
Ghost
Yeah, press enter
Rider,
to-
the SAM site position on the westernmost side. Got an elevated tower.
I've got
Are
a-
you able
I've got
to
a-
engage at distance or away from the valley? With
Got a
rockets
laser
and bring
marker
that
on him?
Central tower down.
I can try, just stand by, over.
It's a house marked on C-tab.
Which one?
1339.
What about it?
That's where the mortar is.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's in that house?
Yeah, if wait.
Actual Sis Ghost Rider, we have a possible bead on where the enemy mortar is. We're gonna try and engage that first, over.
I can't see the
Copy, you're clear to engage.
Yeah, it's that very first.
It's a little shack, right? It's a little shack.
Hold on. Trying to get eyes.
Well, it's on our nose now, so tell me which one.
The one on the left here.
The
Left of us.
Oh, that's mad, that's mad. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Lost the engine, lost the engine.
Oh shit.
Ghost
We
Rider's
checked it?
going down, we lost the engine.
You gonna save her?
No, tree. uh, Hold that up. Oh, I made my radio cooler, I was going down. Ish. Oh, there's a What's this here? It's kind of unfortunate turn of events.
Hey, Purifier.
Hello?
Yep, I was killed.
Oh, no surprise there.
Yeah, we walked right into an ambush.
For the record, I'm blaming you because you had the optics and you could have told me that there was, shit going down on there.
What, you've been taken down twice, I think, haven't you?
No, that was the first time.
No, that
Yeah.
you should get hold of it today.
Earlier, I was just, I don't know. The locals wanted to show
Take
their,
your
yeah. So they hit me a little bit, but they.
No, we got fired from all directions.
I just felt like there was a machine gun, and he shot the engine, and the engine started moaning,
Yeah,
and then he hit it again, and then it was just like drink, and I was like, oh,
that was the end of that.
yeah. And we had so little kinetic energy as well, so that, like I immediately like put the blades on the lowest level of what do you call it?
Can you auto rotor with one of these things?
Yeah, you can. So what you do is you decrease your
You know, you pull your collective all the way back, and
yes.
then just before the ground, you just open up full again.
Yes, basically, yeah. But the problem was is that we had no kinetic energy,
Oh,
and
then you got it.
my collective was also already like super low when we got shot, and we were
Uh,
going uphill with
uh,
trees.
okay, so it's not the case.
Yeah, so I turned it immediately, and then I took it down as well. But then we were losing altitude too fast, and we couldn't pick up any speed going forward because there's trees in a hill. So at like the last moment, I just pushed it, and we like hovered another 3 seconds, and then you're like, "Are we gonna make it?" I'm like, "No, there's a tree."
Oh shit! So you didn't like it either.
Uh, what happened to you?
No, he was right next to me. The US.
Yeah,
killed
we took fire from almost all three sides, and that guy I mentioned that was behind
Oh
the
shit,
hill took us
Zero.
out.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you were Shocky for a moment.
No, that's me, man. It's me.
I'm sorry. Please
That's
excuse
why
me.
you say sort of somehow you're blaming me, and I thought, jeez, what did
No,
I
no, no.
do?
Sorry. I thought you were Shocky.
No,
I
no,
meant to say I'm blaming Shocky for everything.
yeah. So you
Uh,
know what happened at Reaper when we shot him the first time? He actually didn't go down. I think he just went back behind the hill and came up again.
Yeah, I think so too. He hit us heavy.
No, we had no chance there. We were
how's
absolutely open.
how's the mission going on the ground level?
Well, there's just too bit far to walk, so we were walking to the objective, and it's just like flipping open the terrain. You're just gonna get hit.
So that's what happened, you mean?
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah, it's a very strong area they've got like over there as well.
Oh,
I mean that the town in front of the 25th Mountain Battalion, right?
Yeah.
That town in front of it is heavily fortified, and that's not even the base of the mountain yet. And then that's not even the mountain yet. Like,
Yeah, look, the mountain. We could see a couple of guys up there, but you don't know who's in those bunkers. There are lots of bunkers.
yeah, let me tell you
Replug it.
this: from the air, you could see there was a crap ton of people on that mountain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very busy. Let me quickly get into contact with 4, yeah. Dragon Force is Ghost Rider over.
And
This time I'll
Got
make
2
sure
times
to
reinforcement over here, over.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I didn't have miners and
copy that. We'll let
can get
them know.
back to walls. I wonder how they're doing over there.
I just wonder if we're going to be going as reinforcements on it.
Oh, it's technically already 10 o'clock, so
Yeah, actually, it's virtually over.
yeah.
Are you gonna pick them up, Purify?
I don't know, that's what I'm like sort of waiting for them to tell me.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Bruce.
Yes,
I assume you also ran into some dead.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I just got mortared.
Oh, mortared. Oh, shit.
That's a great way to end the night, trust me.
With a mortar on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're busy protecting Phoenix, getting him out of the area. He was down.
There was
Super
a
legit.
there was a mission that I had once, and some of you might know Liquid, and
Yeah.
Liquid was with me in a fire team, and we were walking in this like field on Chernarus, and we've been mortared and like attacked by tanks the whole mission, right? So by that point, I just didn't give a shit, and the first mortar round lands like 50 meters in front of us, and Liquid goes down he lies flat, he goes prone, right, to protect himself, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna get down on the ground, right? Because if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. So I just keep walking. and then the next round literally lands between me and Liquid, which is like
Oh,
10 meters
shit.
apart. So literally, I fly into the air and just instantly die. Just when I respawned, I was just laughing my ass off because at that
No,
point it didn't really matter what state you were in, you were gonna die.
The problem is if those mortars start zeroing you, you're stuck because you just can't get away.
Yeah, I know it's tickets. So.
Why does that guy have night vision on? Well, okay, it's not on his eyes, but on the helmet. Just being a pilot.
I don't know. But the look of his cap, he's an officer, and by the look of the guy next to him's cap, he's the pilot. So
Sorry, yes. Yeah.
it's fine if you couldn't recognize that. Zulu-Alpha has really a lot of trouble recognizing friend from foe anyway. So you know, that's why we can't move further than 2 meters from each other before we in a position to shoot our own
Yeah.
teammates. Four, this is Ghost Rider, over.
Sent.
I now have 3 times reinforcement awaiting reinsertion, over.
Zero, I've got a question for you.
Yep.
Copy
Right,
that.
my first time
Shit's
I'm
Fubar over
working
here, we are withdrawing.
Like really playing a proper operation.
Copy that. Are you
I
requesting
do,
extraction via the
You did very
CH47?
well, Reaper, honestly, yeah. Usually guys just run around in circles and have got no
Roger that, we'll be using the safe LC.
Yeah,
We will
obviously,
evac to
I
that
wanna
position
join.
and meet you there.
I want to try
Copy
out
that.
to
Do you
be
need to extract the
part of
vehicles
the
as well,
infantry.
or do you want me to come in with a Black Hawk, over?
But you must actually chat at some stage.
We will be extracting with one
Get
vehicle.
yourself sorted for selection.
Copy that. Oh.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'm
Alright.
gonna be there. Both me and Peg are gonna be there.
Who wants to wield the guns?
So again?
Who wants to
Both
wield
me and-
the guns? Yeah.
I'll gun.
Alright. First come, first shoot, I guess.
We're getting reinserted, yeah.
Everyone on board?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, what damage can I do as a co-pilot?
You can
Oh yeah.
look pretty and take over if I die.
Don't die, please. We can all die if you die. And if you die, we all die. Radio is channel 4, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got intercom here, so you don't need to be on the radio. Technically.
But you'll be on channel 4 anyway because you inserted. You respawned.
Channel what are you talking about? Talking about channel 4?
That's Dragon 3's channel. Or 343.
That's gotcha. So you meant channel 4, like the CAS channel on the 152 or something?
No, we're on, because we're Dragon 3, we channel 4.
Yeah, gotcha.
Do we not have a more discreet helicopter?
Not one that can carry a truck, no. So they're extracting with one of the vehicles.
Okay.
Yeah, so, okay, yeah, sorry, the mission is Fubal, and we're going to extract the friendlies and pull out. So, one of the vehicles are still operational, so that's why we're taking this, and not the Black Hawk. Because there was another medical Black Hawk. But, yeah, we don't want to leave assets to the enemy as well.
Have they withdrawn back to the vehicle?
They are going to withdraw back to the vehicle, so we are heading in to go fetch them. And we're gonna hold fire unless we get under fire. Then we can shoot back.
Roger.
Because the best way to get attention to yourself is by shooting, and then it's open season.
Only problem, these things have got no sights, eh?
Well, I don't know if it's a very stable platform to shoot from anyway.
Yeah, but these miniguns just pour lead, that's all. Just a bit pour a shot.
this is Ghost, over.
Send over.
Ghost is now at the safe LZ, standing by for you. Over.
Copy. We have, we should have 4, but only 3 people refuse to not be armored. We will
Do you have the location of the
notify you
vehicle?
when we're at their position.
Yeah, it's down. It's down. It's almost at the where the crates were. Oh, hang on, I moved it.
Sorry, for you need to specify what you're trying to say there, over.
Again.
I didn't understand the last part of your message. What were you trying to communicate, over?
To be honest, I don't even remember.
I can hear you.
We are travelling along the road to LD safe. We will meet you there. We are safely away from the combat zone.
Copy that. Landing and awaiting your arrival, over.
I assume that Sam is still active, eh?
No, it's not.
Or is it not?
Yeah, they took it out. They took the radar out with the.
Of course, of course.
So rather the interlocking machine gun arcs that cause problems for us.
Okay, alright. Okay, guys, out.
You guys should stay inside.
Yeah, Ghost Rider, when you get here, stand by.
they're staying inside?
Evac. We have 1 critically wounded.
Copy that. The aircraft is on the ground awaiting your arrival. Keep everyone inside the helicopter, okay? Alright.
Copy that.
Who's sitting next to me? Brood.
Yes.
Yo, just tell the other 2 they need to stay on the guns, please. They can't get out.
Are they out at the moment?
Yes, they are not inside.
Okay.
Cool,
On
thank
board.
you.
Ghost Rider, we have your visual.
Okay, here they come.
Standing by.
Do you have any medical crew on board?
Any of you a medic?
Negative.
Just sheepy.
Negative, no medic on board, over.
Yeah, we're loading in. Go, go, go.
Taking off. Alright, let's go. You can really feel it in the controls if this thing
You
is
can.
heavy.
It looks heavy, eh?
Yeah. It's more sluggish.
Yeah.
tripartite. There we go.
Looks like Phoenix.
Touchdown.
Yeah, any stops.
We need a medic!
What's wrong with Lucas 8? Pop's here.
Phoenix's body did not make it.
Reaper.
Yeah.
So when we take the photograph, we just take
What
our
the
helmets
hell?
off and kill them.
The Jeep is playing dead, I think.
For the
They just kill someone.
photograph.
No,
That was your corpse, Phoenix.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
If you died. So you take off
die.
your goggles and your helmet.
Okay, now I'm gonna bring Africa back. You guys abandoned him though. So
No,
I-
we tried to throw him in. It said that
back.
he had been put in the vehicle, but it refused to
Holy
actually mount
shit.
him into the vehicle.
I'm talking about Africa. So here, Africa behind you. Okay. So Africa.
Yeah.
I'm not sure to count you as dead or not, because I just teleported you here with the picture, but you were abandoned by your friends. So.
I don't think I was dead.
No, you were not. I know you didn't die,
And put it in
but
your
you would have
Okay.
bled to death inevitably.
Phoenix, that's you.
Put it in my bag. Yes.
What?
Put in your bag, yeah.
Put it in my bag.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
Who
So
did
I-
die?
Yeah. Although I feel bad for Africa because it's not entirely your fault.
into a killing zone.
Oh, that was just time to die.
Holy moly.
Okay guys, line up in front of the healer.
Who else was your teammate,
really?
Africa?
Yeah, I think my
Hey,
bag
Purify.
is full.
Lucas Zaid,
Yeah.
then
Wait.
Zero and the other guy.
The zero you respawned.
Zero died first, then I saw Reaper
Oh.
die first. I don't know where Africa died, and I tried crawling to your location,
So
and I died just over the copy where you were.
so Africa died. Well, actually, it looks like you were survived. You're unconscious.
I don't see a
Actually,
lot
I
of
died right
helmets.
next to them.
So Africa, well, you got unconscious, but so
Yes,
so
you
basically,
died.
all the other members in your team were unconscious. I'll probably explain that. Hang on, I'm back. Shaki, you back?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Those who died, you know the drill.
Okay. Let me just check.
Oh, Bucky's disconnected. Very smart
he's
way
still-
to get out of the
Camera
shot
duty.
responsibility.
Well, he's okay. He's still in TS. I'll be back just now.
Yeah, that went south very quickly.
I just want to blame the who were they again? The FSA?
Well, I'm sure they're blaming us.
If they didn't go with blank rounds, maybe it would have been a different outcome.
Remember, their training is doing a frontal assault against a prepared enemy. Okay, they're still learning.
Hmm.
Is this like the example of how the suicide school used to be such a nice place?
So they did practical demonstrations.
Whose helmet is that?
Bucky's.
It's flying helmet.
Oh, that's
Mine-
no Shocky's then.
Why are you littering on the parade ground?
Yeah.
Doesn't have a backpack.
So,
I put mine in the aircraft at least.
did you go down in forest, Purifier?
Yes, yeah. Our engine got taken out as we had absolutely no kinetic energy, and we were going up a hill.
Yeah, I saw you were heading towards a hill. Like, even if you had auto rotation, your chances of survival were slim at best.
Well, I shifted us down the hill and took away the collective, but we didn't have any space to get speed, you know. To just pick
So
up.
you basically just dropped.
Yeah, so we drifted down the hillside, but there were trees, and we were
Yeah.
about to hit them. So I shoved the collective back up, and we flooded another 2 seconds. And Sharky asked me, "Are we gonna be okay?" And
And then boom.
Tree.
and I said, "No, there's a tree." There we died.
So Purify, you said you couldn't fix it back at base.
No.
Yeah, they tried Vanilla and Ace. Neither seemed to comply.
And you had the repair kit in your backpack.
Yeah, no.
No.
So in the
So
repair
I-
truck, there's the repair toolkit and backpack.
Okay. And then?
So I got a toolkit out of one of the H47s, and we managed to fix it then. But we thought that was a workaround.
Yeah, we
Because
got it
the-
to orange, but not.
Yeah, because again, no, it's a field repair. But once you're a repair truck, did you try the repair truck?
The repair truck was parked next to the helicopter.
Okay. I
And
have to still figure out how that works.
yeah, we'll have to experiment with it. Hello, Buckies.
Alright, you guys, give me 1 second quickly if you don't mind. One apparent reason. No, I don't want to fucking restart now.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely keen for the tryout.
Okay, let's just fix
It'll
this
go well.
photo a little bit. If you just move it a little bit forward and then to your right, Sherman just tuck in behind them. And Reaper stand up, go stand behind brute force.
Shocking.
Got me.
It's fine. Yeah, all good. Thanks, guys. One more photo. Thank you.
Great stuff.
We're not quite done yet. We still have a debrief to do.
Right.
Easy boys.
So what happened?
Just hold on 1 second. Armor 3, right click, uninstall.
No, man.
Smile, friend.
Okay, so on the onset, it's 10:15, so try to make this as quick. On the onset, we were tasked to support the FSA and then to hold of a counter attack. On the initial insert, we scanned our objectives. We engaged successfully. We destroyed the radar, gave us some level of air superiority, other than a couple of manpads that was difficult to track. We tried to support the FSA as best as possible, but apparently a couple of static MG emplacements inside the town and the FSA technicals being in town. Worried about the friendly fire, so we called off CAS for strikes on the town. Then we proceeded to the second overwatch point, only to be greeted by a nice ZU-23 static, which was unplanned for. And then everything started spiraling downwards. All in all, mission is a failure, as most people have guessed.
Okay, so what do you think went well?
The coordination and the initial onset went well. The movement from the insurgent to our objectives, the resupply points, the coordination between the fire team and the fire team leaders, and the respective MG and JAV teams, those went well.
Yeah, so also I think we also made good use of the vehicle for mobility, so you're able to get from far and different and useful hills like rapidly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basic coordination worked well. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much the only thing that went well. That and of course the surveillance, the intel went well.
Well, okay. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. So what went wrong? I think just go back to the surveillance thing. I think later in the mission we didn't have any surveillance, did we?
No.
Well, not to go to the whys, but so just listing off. So just listing off surveillance late in the mission, and then we lost the A10 and we lost the chopper, and we got surrounded near the end and killed, and the FSA died. Those, in broad terms, those are the big things, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much sums it up.
Okay, so the whys. So why did we? Why were the gaps in our surveillance?
We pretty much ran out of battery. We didn't have enough space.
Wasn't there more batteries?
We did not load them. We were under time pressure.
Okay.
I was also more confident that I could do ops on the ground at the time.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's the wise with the gap there, and also the chopper got shot down as well. The chopper with the second person would have is probably better than the UAV.
Yes, I would agree. The reason the helicopter was shot down was because of the issues with repairing. After initially taking damage, the helicopter went back to attempt to repair. And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so basically we need to. We don't know how to do a full repair. So I don't know if someone wants to just figure out how that works with the A systems.
Yeah, had that been the case, the helicopter probably would have survived.
Because we're supposed to be able to fix it because I put the repair truck, put the toolkit and all the stuff back at base, so it should be fully repairable. But I haven't tried it in a long time.
As for the A10, pre-fire reporter being engaged by man pads, and it seems like the man pads hit the A10 on the way out from a bombing run.
So Shucky, how did you get hit? How did a fast mover get hit by a little man pad?
I was busy dive bombing with Mark 82s, as requested on the pullout. I don't know. I blew up.
So you didn't pull out, and you just blew up in the wrong place.
I did.
Okay.
Blew out. Yeah. But I didn't get any warning. I just exploded.
Could be that he flew into his own bombs.
No. I
Okay.
had
All right. So do you normally when you egress as soon as you drop munitions, do you deploy countermeasures immediately, automatically all the time?
Yeah.
Okay. Quite unlucky there. Okay. So the other thing. Oh yes, and then why we got surrounded later on. I think probably because we were in a rush and we didn't have surveillance to know that the enemies were around us. Is that correct?
Pretty much.
Yeah, so if you look at that screenshot, that's at the moment when we pretty much all went unconscious, so that's the enemy positioning. So basically moved into basically what was effectively a reverse slope ambush. I don't think it was intentional on the part of the enemy, and from both sides. So flanking left or right wouldn't have gone so well. Okay, and then why the FSA was killed? Do you have suggestions, Buckies?
They need to fucking come for our training programs. No, I don't think it's a matter of our positioning. I mean, we supported, we engaged the targets that in that given point in time was, fairly, I would call it severe targets. I mean, the distance from us to the town was 1.2, 1.3, so it was pretty much out of our effective range.
Yeah.
If we moved any closer, I was worried about mortars striking us.
Yeah, so I think maybe there wasn't any civilian risks because the civilians, warning order says they were out. So I think probably identifying the mortars, blowing them up more aggressively, and then moving at least one of the teams closer to better support them. I think that would have been better. Do you think?
Yes, that's all perfectly well. The problem is when the FSA started to start the engagement, both technicals went just fucking ham and moved in directly into the town. So where the one mortar position was, it was like 200, less than 200 meters from that mortar position. So that's pretty much where I deemed, okay, well, we can't drop GBUs, we can't, do any sort of strafing runs other than guns or so forth. But again, that's, risking one of our assets, which is, in my opinion, a more of a higher value asset than a simple Isuzu Bucky with a 50 cal. I don't want to risk it.
Okay. So is there anything else? I mean, maybe preparing the area before they come in. They've only started engaging the enemy after they started moving out, right?
Yeah, so we were well in our time slot.
Okay.
We were like 10 minutes out.
Okay. I mean, I'm saying preparing as in like engaging before they move out. But if you were to do it again, what will you do to help the FSA survive?
I would have preemptively started the engagement long before they started.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning just now. Okay, so I'll just probably do that. And also, we wouldn't have had the Buckies in the middle of the town blocking CAS, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's it. Okay, and I think that's all the stuff we went through. Anything else went wrong? We want to talk
about? One thing that from my side, we took out the SA radar site, and we took out the antenna.
No, we only take out the SA-10 antenna. Then taking out any of the launches.
No, not the launchers. I'm talking about the radar tower to the right.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, I don't know about the big tower. The big tower is like just pointless. I'm talking about the actual spinning thing that connects the launches missile for the SA-20.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we killed the radar, and I gave the instruction to drop the antenna as well.
Okay.
Because my logic was they're probably going to use it to relay comms for the reinforcements.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think the if we had our two CAS up and running, and that would have been our game changer. But I mean, we lost.
Oh, sorry, and Purify. So basically, you lost the choppers through attrition over a long period of time, right?
Yeah.
Anything you can do to avoid that?
Not fly that close to the enemy the whole time.
The problem is, I'm fairly certain that further east down the valley there was actual additional enemy positions, which was
yeah, we got
probably
let
what
up
hit
when
you.
we got that low over there.
Alright. Okay, so what we can learn from this, just try go back to what was the first thing wrong that we talked about again.
Yeah, so just sorry, what do you from Reaper's point of view, at 2,000 meters, I was safe, but I could only drop U-12s on laser markings, and then there was a lot of laser targets. I don't know who else was designating. I think it was the friendlies.
I don't know what was going on, but I could see in my thermals there were laser spots on the various vehicles for no apparent reason.
So that was
unless
and then I only got killed when I came into much lower, but what I did wrong was coming in much lower without having a proper situational awareness of the whole battlefield.
Okay.
I can only imagine that the enemy spotters who were working with that mortar might have been designating us.
Okay, so we can learn from it. I think surveillance, obviously, we want to make sure we remember to pack the proper kit, as goes without saying. But I think when surveillance is lost, we still have the option, I think, of the chopper, maybe CO could jump in or something like that, or JTAC, at least use some observation platform to use as a force multiplier. Just use that. I don't know if that makes sense. That's all we can learn from it. Try and make sure we do that.
Well, we actually did. As soon as Shark.
Oh.
Yeah, Sharky went down. Yeah, Purify actually went back to go pick him up, and they were actually using two of them in the adapt.
Yeah. Okay. Well, other than that, just make sure to pack properly. I guess key items, and the batteries are key for the UAV because it has pathetic battery life. And then the other thing, so that's just preparation with surveillance. If you're in a rush, then I guess if you're rushing through enemy defensive position without proper reconnaissance, then you know what happens. So we get surrounded and killed. That's completely expected. That's what we can learn from that. And then the chopper, you want to preserve. It's not designed for CAS necessarily. The rockets are actually a bonus. So preserving that as much as you can. The observation is probably more useful, I guess, using that. And the A-10 probably do a bit more, try and break off earlier. So you want to maintain some altitude because as long as you maintain speed and altitude, those man pads are not nearly as effective unless you run out of countermeasures. Okay, and then if you're in an attack, you generally want to start by softening up the enemy before you launch your attack, or you allow your attack to be launched. So that will keep the FSA alive. So anything you guys disagree with or want to add to that?
The last point of the evacuation, we had a security failure. Two guys came from two different sides. One came around the wall and shot at Sheepy, but he had spotted the guy who came around at pretty much the exact same time. So he was shooting at the guy in front, and the guy behind him shot and killed him.
Yeah, I was watching that. The AI did that perfectly. They came in from like directly like 45 degrees or whatever, like for equal distance from either entrance, and they both cornered around the entrances at the exact same time. And as soon as those two guys were killed, the third guy, the final guy, came from the opposite side of the last guy you engaged. It was like they couldn't have done any better other than lob grenades over the wall.
Thank God they can't lob grenades over the wall.
Yeah. Well, although fortunately they do have Pig to do that for them. To grenade at us.
I rebinded that key.
Don't worry.
We all had that issue.
Just a reminder from grenade safety: if there's a dangerous grenade landing, you just shout grenade. Just I know Glorified Pig doesn't know that because
No, you did.
Before.
You did. I for the heels.
nearly woke.
Yeah.
No, you said. I think you said it in a funny way, like you said frag here, I'll drop the frag or something like that. But anyway, so the phrase is grenade. Doesn't matter if it's friendly or enemy. Doesn't make a difference. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys. So thanks for coming. How do you guys like the mission?
That was really cool.
Sure. Interesting.
Yeah.
That was huge. I've got a different perspective seeing it on the spectator view. I seriously underestimated what the mission was.
Yeah, I think the size of the mission, the actual ground coverage and the range of engagement, a little bit unusual for our sort of, I will call it our sort of style. Fighting at 2.5 clicks away, that's not something we do every day. I think the one thing that I could have probably do better is a little bit of better surveillance, especially the fact that sending 2 teams up to Overwatch 2 without having the UAV checking out UAV 2. That was just a pure amateur mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but like the lithium is a very big map. It's very easy to underestimate how big that scale is and how vast the distances is.
It does make for some very nice and more realistic firefights.
Oh, as I was sitting on Overwatch 2, I was like, fuck, I wish I told Zero to actually take the Mark 14. The words haunting me was like, no, we won't need it. We'll be fine.
Of course we won't need it.
Yeah. Also one thing I didn't forget to mention is that Africa was left behind, but all Africa's teammates were pretty much unconscious. That was an immediate fire team, so at least that was kind of excuse. Although Bucky's was counting, and I think you forgot to count Africa.
I actually, when I got there, I did like a quick recount. I'm like, okay, well, I see Phoenix, I think it was Pig with him, and somebody, I think Sheepy was treating somebody up there, and I'm like, yeah, Lucasite, and I'm like, okay, I count 4, so I didn't see the names, I just saw 4 people, and I'm assuming, okay, hopefully that's one for a fire team.
Alrighty, sorry to keep you guys anymore. Thanks for coming, guys, and dismissed.
Cheers,
thank you.
That was really good.
How'd you feel,
Thank you, boys.
Reaper Peak, gun guy.
Yeah, we're not